Hello, this is going to be a tutorial for the QUINT workflow. To begin, you're going to need 5 folders, and you're going to put all your images to start with in your first folder. You're going to have to rename this and add an underscore S and then a number to make it a 3-digit number. So if it's a 1, it's going to be a 001. And then you're going to open your first application, which is Newtil. In Newtil, you'll go to the Operation tab and press New, and you will click on the drop-down menu and press TIFF Creator. In TIFF Creator, you're going to come up with a name. It doesn't really matter what the name is, just something simple. And then you're going to find that first folder that you put all your images into, and that will be your input. And then for your output folder, you're going to choose your second folder. And then you're going to press Start, and then you're going to save a text file, and you can just name it TIFF Creator. After that is done, you can go back to your folder, and you can see that your TIFF was made. Then you're going to go back to Newtil, and you're going to go press New, and this time you're going to choose Transform from the drop-down menu. Again, name it anything you would like. For your input folder, it's going to be your output folder from the first time, so your second folder. And then your output folder will now be your third folder. You're going to turn off auto cropping, and then you're going to press Fill Files, so all your images will be added there. You're going to create only thumbnails, and the size that I use is 0.5. After that, you're going to press Start, and again, you're going to save a text file. This one you can name Transform. After that is done, you can go back to your folder, and you can see that it was transformed, and it's going to be in your thumbnail folder within your third folder. So you're going to press New again, and you're going to choose Resize from the drop-down. Again, name it anything. And then your input folder will now be your third folder, but you need to go in and choose the thumbnail folder within that folder. And then your output will be folder number 4 now. For resize, I usually choose 80. Then you'll click Start again, and then you'll save another text file. This one you can just call resize. After that's done, you can minimize your Newtil program, and you can check within your fourth folder that it was made. The next application you will be going to is called File Builder. This is found when you download QUINT. So within File Builder, you're going to go open that image that you just saved from the resize. So you're going to folder number 4. You'll open it up. This is why numbering it the underscore S number will help later on, as it will keep all of your files organized. And then you're going to want to save this into the exact folder that you just took it out of, so folder number 4. And this is going to be an XML file. So name it anything to help you remember what you're saving. So if it's an image, call it the image name, or if you're doing multiple images, you can do images 1 through 11 or something like that. After you're done with that, you can minimize the File Builder application, and then you can go see within folder number 4 that you will have an XML file now. So now we're going to enter our third application, which is QUINT. Once you open QUINT, you're going to go to the Manage Data tab, and then you're going to load in your image, just your XML file. Then you're going to double click that, and now you can move around your atlas. The 3 atlases on the right will help you go more anterior to more posterior. You can go up and you can go down. You can use those buttons to also move the atlas around. And then those other 2 views of the brain will be helpful too if you need to move it around in that kind of way. I usually use the middle brain to help kind of see where I'm at within the brain. To resize, you'll use those buttons at the top, but first you need to press your space bar on one side of it, and then you can use those buttons now to move around the brain or the atlas. So you can make it wider and you can make it taller. And you'll just keep moving it around until it fits your image. There's also a rotate. So if your image is not perfectly flat or straight, you can move it side to side. And then once you are happy or you want to go check, you can use that slider on the left side. And if you go all the way to the top, it'll be your image. If you go all the way to the bottom, it will be the atlas. It's very helpful when either the atlas is a little bit blurry, you can make it so you see more of the atlas than the image. And you can keep moving around. And once you are happy with how your atlas fits over your slice, you can use the store button on the top right there, and that will change that red X to a green exclamation point. You're going to press manage data again, and now you're going to save a JSON file. This one's also going to go into your folder number 4. This is very important, otherwise it will not open in Visualign. So just name it the image name JSON, and then you're also going to want to export the slices into the same folder as well, so folder number 4. When you're done with that, you can minimize the QUINT application, and you can see that your JSON file is saved now. And then you're going to go to our final application, which is Visualign. In Visualign, you're going to go to File, and then you're going to Open, and then you're going to open that JSON file that you just saved. When you open it up, you will see the atlas on top of your slice, and it'll have all the different regions kind of color-coded. Now, if you want to slide between, you can go all the way to opacity, or you can go all the way to outline. I prefer outline to move it around. And then you will press your spacebar on a spot where you would like to move, and then you would release the spacebar, and then you can move with your mouse. Do not hold down the spacebar, otherwise it will create a lot of black plus marks, and it'll be more difficult to move around. You just place, and then you drag. And then once you are happy with how everything looks, you're going to go up to File in the left-hand corner, and you're going to Save As. Now this one can go into your 5th folder. And just name it something so that you remember. I usually like to add Visualign just to differentiate between my QUINT JSON file and my Visualign JSON file. And then you're also going to export into folder number 5. This one you do not have to name, it's just going to export them. And then you can minimize Visualign, and then you can go check in folder number 5, and the underscore NL file will be the one that you would want. You can open that up, and there is your final image.